Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Programming Dunia. Today I am going to discuss about the CQRS and Mediator. I have already explained you CQRS in my previous video. You can check in my microservices playlist. Today I will discuss about the Mediator pattern. So what is the Mediator? Mediator used to reduce the communication complexity between the multiple object and classes. So in the Mediator we have as a Mediator class. Mediator class will help you to call the respective classes. So with the help of the mediator, we can provide the loosely couple of the code. Okay. So how the mediator can work? It's simple. Like if we talk about the real world example in the daily life, like if we can going to buy a flat, then we need some broker to get the flat. So like customer and flat, the broker is work as a mediator here. So mediator they can share the information from one service to the one handler. Here you can see I have already see one of the image here, like there are some services. It could be the controller and anything. We with the help of the mediator we are going to pass the information service to the some handler. It could be the another handler. So the multiple things we can do the mediator. I will explain you how we can use to the mediator in our application, mediator library, and also what are the things we can do with the mediator. Okay, so here also I have explained you like we have one caller which is the mediator class. Sorry, a mediator class. In the mediator class they have a multiple handler. So before that, just I will explain you what are the things we can do with the mediator. So in the mediator we can pass one information to another information. This is the one of things we can do. We can do the decouple the classes. This is the one of the advantage of the mediator, and also we have some of the request pipeline we can edit. So how we can edit the request pipeline, I will explain in my code. So like if we want to add the validation pipeline, if we want to add the logger pipeline, yeah, any other pipeline, with the help of that mediator, with the help of mediator, we can do it. Okay, so before that, firstly we can start with the mediator, like request response. So there are two type of message we can send to the mediator. We can pass like request and response. We are passing the request and waiting for the response. Once we can get the response, we can return to the data. And another is the notification message. Like we want to send the email notification to my all customer. Then also we can use to the mediator. Like I want to send the email to the all my customer. Then we can use to the mediator with the help of the publisher. So here two type of method we can see. Here you can see like we have a mediator.send and mediator.publish. So mediator send, we can send through the IRequest and IResponse. So here like we have one interface IRequest T is the any type of is a generic interface. So we can use any of type. I will explain in my code also. And like who is going to handle, we can use to the IRequest handler. So in the handler we can handle the particular things, and also we can done our work, and we can send the response. It's simple request response dispatched to the single handler. If we talk about the notification message, like if we want to send the email to my all customer, then we can use to the publish. And in the case of the publish, what I need to do, I need to do the I notification interface. There are no return type here because of we will not get any return. So in the I notification handler, we can get the T is the I notification. What are the notification you have defined there? Okay. So what we need to do for these to the Mediator library, we need to install the Mediator package only. Then after you can work on that Mediator library. And also with the help of the mediator, we can do the request pipeline. It could be like a validation pipeline, logger pipeline. Okay, so I will explain you one by one through my example. Okay, here I have make some code. I will share this code in my Git library. In the description, you can find the link here. Okay, so I can just add it the debugger firstly. What I have done here. Okay, just I will explain you. This is my startup class. Okay, for the mediator, what I need to do. Here I have added add MediaTR library. So I have already published the NuGet package Mediator library. I have already added here. You can see this is the Mediator library I have already added. So once you can edit the Mediator library, then after you need to add to the add MediatR, and also you can add the what are the assembly you want to edit. So you can just put this line, then automatically everything will work. Okay, once you can done it, then what else you need to do, I will explain you. Okay, so we have a two controller here, so one for the gate and one for the post. Okay, I have added debugger here, so just let's see. I'm going to try out gate. What is happening here right now, you can see I have already initialized the iMediator. Okay, so by the dependency injection is going to initialize here, and I'll get the object here, the Mediator library, and I'm going to send. I'm not using the publish command. Publish command I can use whenever like I want to publish something. Here I want to request and response. Here you can see I'm getting the response as well as employee. So what response I can get? So this is the command query. This is the query. Sorry, this is the query. You can see get employee, get all employee data. So here you can, we are using to the IRequest. I have already explained you, like we are using to IRequest, and this is the response we are going to return. So this is the T, like what we are going to return here. So here we are going to return the list of employee read model. So this is the handler, get all employee handler. We can inherit the IRequest handler, where we can put the employee query, what are the IRequest here, and also get the response. Here you can see, if I can go to the IRequest handler, then you can see what are the things we required. We require the T request and T response. Response, what we are going to return. T request, what are the request we are passing here. Okay, then we are going to initialize some of the library like automapper library and the repository, what are the things we required. So this is a program just I can create it for the demo purpose. Here we have a handler. Okay, I'm going to F10, then I'm going to F11. Here you can see they are going to initialize something. 1 second. F5. Okay, 1 second. Actually it's a login library. I have already added some debugger here. Okay, so I can get the request here, like I get all employee query. So here I can see we can get the request. So we are going to handle here. So we can get the data from the repository. So what are the like DB, Azure, whatever. Do you have a database? Yeah, maybe in the static. So you can get the data. So I have used to the automapper to convert to the employee data to the read model. You can also use the automapper, any other library also use, so it automatically get converted into the read model and going to return it here. This is message I am going to return. So right now I am not going to return as it's empty, but you can see the 200, the success message we can get. So this is the Mediator design pattern we have used. So I will explain you in the post also. Maybe you can get the more clarity here. Like I'm going to pass the first name, last name, date of birth here. I'm going to execute. So what we are going to do? This is the command. So this is the command. So in the command I have used like these are the fields I required, and I have also used to the I request, and this is the response T. So I'm going to return to the employee read model, and this is the handler of particular command. In the handler we have to use to the command like I request handler. This is my command, this is the response. Okay, I can just add debugger here. Here I'm going to create the employee. Right now I am not putting some code. Here it's simple code like you can create the employee and put into the database, whatever you can do it. Okay, so once I can get the employee data, then I'm going to return the read model. So with the help of the automapper, we are going to return here. Okay, so it's look like even like before the Mediator, what we are going to do, we are using to the service. So we are directly called to service, and service are doing something and returning. Here we are using the Mediator. So what is the advantage of the Mediator instead of the service? The once you are going to do the command, then you are not aware about that who is going to handle. So you totally decouple the classes. The actual code in the handler, so we can send the request from anywhere, and we can execute our command and we can get the response. So it's totally decouple of the classes, totally loosely couple of the code. So this is the one of things we can do the Mediator. Generally these things is required to do the Mediator. What else we can do the Mediator? I'll explain you what else. Here you can see I have used to the automapper classes. You can see this is the automapper classes. Handler classes, you can see like command and query. I have already explained you. What else I can do? I'll explain you the command. I explained you that we have a multiple pipeline here. So request pipeline. So in the request pipeline, I can add in the request pipeline, I can add like a validation pipeline, logger pipeline, and any other pipeline. How the validation pipeline will work, I'll explain you here in the logger pipeline. So in the what I can do, like I have used the fluent validation here. In the fluent validation, I have added into the fluent validation I have added into the particular command. This is the my create employee command here. This is the employee command. We have some of the parameter here. So in the create employee command, I have added some rules like a first name, last name. So it should not be the empty. It should be length we have defined. It should not be empty. Length is also we can define here. Okay, and I also added the validation pipeline behavior here. You can see validation pipeline behavior. So with the help of that, the particular fluent validation will get called and we can get response here. Okay. So also I have added some code here like add validator from assembly. So what are the validator you are going to add? Like right now I'm going to add the validator of the create employee command. Later on I will add any other validator. Automatically they can scan and they can add these validator with the help of the iValidator. Okay, and one more thing I have left to tell you, like while calling to the mediator, we have to define the scope at transient, whatever we can define, like I request handler, like what request handler I'm going to do. So this is the my request, and this is my response, and this is my handler. So you have to add it so that if you will not add it, then you can get the error because of like mediator will not understand which handler we are going to call. So with the help of like this is the employee and this is the handler. So this is the command and this is the handler we are getting called here. Okay. And also if we talk about the validation pipeline, so I have added here like IRequest pipeline, generic pipeline, because I have created for that like a validation pipeline. So I'll explain you with the help of the example also. And also I have added one more pipeline as a logger pipeline, login behavior. In the login behavior, what I have done it, like what are the things is happening during the code, I'm going to log everything. We can also do it same thing through the Mediator, middleware architecture. But yeah, this is the one of the way we can do it. Also I can show you like here you can see like what are the things I have done, like I'm going to call to the iEmployee query, then I'm going to response, this is the result employee list, and then after I'm going to call to the create employee command, and what are the parameter I have passed, like first name as a string, last name as a string, and date of birth I have passed something like that. Okay, it's a string, like we are passing the data. If we can pass the Abhishek Bandil, then it will go to the Abhishek and Bandil. Okay, and handler, like what are the things we are going to return here. Okay, so let's put some debugger into the command here so that I can understand. I'll explain you how the things is working. Okay, now I'm going to put the empty, and the last name I'm going to put more on that, like P, because I have decided the length 1 to 50. Okay, I think I have not completed the request, and to do the F5 first. Then I need to send the request again. Okay, let's see what will happen here. So here you can see, okay, no issue. Here you can see what is happening, like we can get the validation error. In the validation error, like first name is not empty and first name must be between to the 1 to 50. Like there are two validation I have added for the first name. I can show you. This is the not empty and length validation. This is not empty, that is a required validator. Okay, we are using to the Fluent API for that. And the last name I have also added like not empty and length. So in the last name I have already added some length, so that it is mentioned like you have added the 144 character, but we are going to accept only to 1 to 15 character. So we can do the validation also, like what are the static validation we have to allow. We can use to the fluent validation. It's not a business validation. It's just all are the static. Like the generally we can use to the annotation for that, like required validation, email validation, and also we can check like a length. There should not be the special character in the first name, and some other validation we can apply here, like in the date of birth should be the not we will allow to the customer only the above 18 years, then we can edit such type of validation into the fluent validation with the help of the mediator. Okay. And also in the login, like what are the things we are going to pass, you can see into the login here. So we are getting the error message. So error message also we are going to print like one or more error occurred. So what are the errors we are getting? So it's this error message generally like for the debugging purpose required, like if it is not application error, if we something error something else, then we have to take care on that part. So I have already added some handling middleware. So in the middleware, like what are the errors we are getting? Even it could be the validation error, any other error. If it is the validation error, then we are going to handle exception async, and we are passing the response as like what are the errors we are getting, what are the status code, and also the message. So here like if I can just stop the debugger. Okay, and I'm going to pass the correct value. Like here I can pass Abhishek programming last name T. So I should get only the one validation. Sorry, yeah, this is the only one validation. If I can pass the correct data, whatever I want, then I can get the 200. Okay, yeah, I think I have already explained you everything. Okay, so these are the things is required to work with the mediator. So in the notification, I am not explaining on the example, but this is same using to the IRequest, but there are no return for that. We can use the I notification instead of the IRequest, and IRequest handler we can use to the I notification handler, nothing else. And instead of the send, we can pass the publish. Okay. Thank you so much. If you like my video, please share, like, and subscribe to my channel.